hold up important work and risk the reputation of government in the marketplace. And that was the reason why we proceeded with completing the leases, sir. So I believe that members should unanimously reject this proposition. It doesn't actually do the petitioners any justice, sir. They signed a petition to ensure that those islanders that use our hospital get the appropriate food at the appropriate standard. That's not going to change, sir. I wish that the Senator had not actually brought this proposition, and I would have asked her earlier in the date, sir, to withdraw it, as did the Constable of St. Peter's did, sir. But we are where we are, and I hope members will not support the Senator in this instance, but vote against her proposition.
Deputy St. Peter.
Thank you, sir, and I can reassure members I shall be brief, but simply as the parish deputy, I thought it was necessary to stand and reassure members any further, if I can. We've already heard the facts that have been established, I think, in relation to this petition today, sir. And we've also, I think members will all be aware how difficult it can be for neighbours, and particularly when light industry is involved. I'm sure members have found in their own parishes that this can sometimes cause disquiet and concern amongst residents, and they have probably been involved in similar situations, so I'm sure they have some sympathy. And I myself have also represented these residents over different potential tenants on the same site, and I absolutely understand their concerns about the activities that go on and ensuring that good neighbourliness is observed. And I have sought reassurances from the managing agent to that effect, and they have been keen to work with the tenants of the site. So I hope that gives some further reassurance. And as I think the Constable has identified clearly, when issues in particular do arise, then we have found that it's been possible to negotiate and raise these issues with tenants and the managing agents and seek that good neighbourliness is restored. And I do not think that this petition would assist any further.
Does any other member wish to speak on the proposition? I call on Senator Ferguson to answer.
Thank you, sir. I think the big question that everybody's had has been, what will the minister and the assistant minister and the parish deputy do with regard to the noise and disturbance? And I'm very pleased to have their assurances from all three of them that they will make sure that the problems and the disquiet of the people, the residents, will actually be dealt with and listened to. I would point out to Senator Green, in fact, that the previous occupants of the units that are being occupied by the kitchen were actually dealing with cosmetics, and I think when you're moving cosmetics around, they're not actually as heavy as, 300 trolleys of 300 meals or whatever. But anyway, I haven't had an answer to the change of use. Perhaps the planning minister would be kind enough to tell me afterwards why it wasn't necessary to have a change of use. As I say, I'm very pleased with the assurances. I would point out to the Connétable that this isn't a third-party appeal, therefore the 50-metre doesn't apply. Something like this does involve everybody in the island. As far as the anonymous letter goes, given the state's record, are you really surprised? And I think really I would sum it up by saying the petition is an indication of the unrest felt by islanders with regard to the whole business of siting of the hospital. The Minister for... I'm sorry, sir, there's a sort of undercurrent. I find it a bit sort of...
Yes, I'm sorry if you're distracted, in which case could I ask members to keep the background noise again down?
Or can they whisper more quietly?
Well, if that's what it takes.
I'm interested in why the Minister for Infrastructure didn't choose or didn't pick the Rue de Pré site, or sites, there were two of them. Were those due to delays in departmental decision? Were those the factors in losing the leases? I wonder. But basically, yes, I'm glad to have the assurances, both on record and in Hansard, that they will make sure that they are good neighbours and that there shouldn't be any disturbance and so on. And I would ask the Assembly to support the general public, who, as I say, have great disquiet. And I ask for the appel, sir.
That is called for. Invite members to return to their seats. Ask the greffier to open the voting. If members have had the opportunity of casting their votes, ask the greffier to close the voting. The proposition has been defeated. 6 votes for, 27 votes contre, no abstentions.
6, Senator Ferguson, Constable St John, Deputy Martin, Lafondre, Higgins, Bree.
Very well. The next item is the Jersey Financial Services Commission reappointment of Commissioner, P125, lodged by the Chief Minister. I ask the greffier to... it's a matter in camera, so pursuant to Standing Order 82, I direct that all strangers withdraw from the precincts of the Assembly.